Okay, it is November 21st, and that's the third Thursday. So we're going to have the noon time, normally 11, but we've changed it this time to noon. Third Thursday progress meeting for Philly Mind and Body, Aaron Cashman's project, and we'll put out an invitation. We'll see if Aaron's at all of the indications, and you had indicated that you were going to blog additionally. There you are. Hang on a second. Dr. Cashman, how are you, sir?
Hey, John. How's it going?
Very good. Good to see you.
Hey, you too. How's it going over there?
Well, good. So I just I thought that there was a possibility that you were busy and were not going to be able to join with us. So I kind of covered a whole lot of the things that I needed to cover, and I've got that in a recording for you. But just to run through this quickly,
Okay.
you had indicated a desire to have a gift card
Yeah.
solution, and we had recommended PayPal, and apparently PayPal was not a real good solution, and you had indicated that it's your preference to work with Square.
Yeah. PayPal never responded to my email. I don't know why. Maybe it went to spam and I didn't see it. I'm not sure.
Well, we took a look at Square, and I think that will be more than acceptable. If you have a relationship with them, they'll provide us some code to embed, so we can
Great. Okay.
follow up. So yeah, I would recommend that you go ahead and contact Square and do whatever's necessary to create that relationship, and then just ask them if they can forward to us the code to embed, and they'll know exactly what that refers to.
Okay.
Let me I had mentioned let's see here. We had mentioned the project control document.
Yeah.
And as you can see, if you scan down to section 3.2, okay, my assumption based on the previous conversations that we had was that we're going to try to focus on fertility solutions.
Right.
And one of the things that you had talked about doing was potentially a blog or two in and around that would provide me a little bit of a clay to modify. So, that is something that would help. And also, if you access the project control document and provide me some guidance for other search terms that you would like for me to work on over the next 30 days, that would be helpful.
Okay. Yeah. So sorry, John, I started working on the fertility log and then I got sidetracked, but it's in the works. So I think maybe over Thanksgiving break will be a good time for me to do that. To finish that.
I should probably ask, how is business? I mean, are you seeing it steady out? Or are you seeing it in decline? Or what kind of feelings do you get?
So I was noticing that my new patient numbers were down. And so I made a couple of moves to increase that. So I became in network with Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And I also asked Irina to put a button on the mobile website to verify insurance button that people can see. And so the combination of those two things actually, even though I wasn't getting a lot of new patient requests, I was still getting, what I think is happening is since Irina added that button, more people are requesting insurance to check their insurance coverage, right? And then
Mhm.
now because I'm in network, more people are actually covered, which is turning out to be a good way around the system. So
It's the
yeah,
way the world works. Well, good for you. Congratulations. That
yeah.
did that take a lot of effort on your part, or?
Well, I really thank you guys for putting the button up so quickly, and then yeah, getting in network, I had to pay someone to process that for me, but and that took maybe 6 months actually, but it's finally done. So
Excellent.
yeah,
Well, that clearly gives us some marching orders as that plays out, and as you speak to clients, and more of them are telling you about how, especially if it's a brand new client, you've never met them before, and they're making any sort of comments about how they found you and how much, whether that Blue Cross really made a difference or not, anything like that that you can capture,
yeah.
we can use to help to leverage that.
Okay, yeah, I'll ask them if how they found me. I think now Blue Cross should be advertising me on in their system as an in-network provider. So I'm guessing maybe
That
people are finding me that way as well. So
that's a good partner to have, and you can see that your overall growth is good and solid. It's pretty much where it should be. And one of the things that I mentioned in the recording is that when we made the change to shift Google My Business away from AccuForUs
hmm
to the full uh, Philadelphia Mind and Body, acupuncture mind and body, it did, because basically we were sort of competing with ourselves. We had some very valid terms, but Google was not sure
hmm
if that term should be used for AccuForUs or Philadelphia Mind and Body Acupuncture. So we have eliminated that confusion in their minds.
okay.
So that's a good thing. I mean, for human beings,
hmm
the AccuForUs works great on a business card or a baseball cap,
hmm
or on a phone call or whatever. But from Google's standpoint, they actually like more words in the URL.
hmm
Especially it kind of helps define which quotes they think that you're relevant to.
So yeah, so if someone types in Acu for us now, I think what happens? It
Well,
doesn't go
they'll
anywhere, right?
they'll still end up where we need them to be. Okay.
Okay.
But the thing is, from a search engine standpoint, we're not asking Google to choose one or the other. We're providing them one, which
Okay.
is what we want them to be. So, and
Okay.
I did a real quick check on speed, and I'm really pleased at how. Let me back up here. Going back here and looking at the um, the things that we have done in terms of the click-through ratio, and the amount of folks that are mobile.
hmm
We're currently getting 54% of the people who are visiting are using a mobile device. And that is really good because it tells me that we corrected the problem that we had that was affecting our mobile
Okay.
navigation, our mobile friendliness. I mean, that's growth, and that's above the national curve. So, I mean, that's kind of where it's going to be, and I'm assuming it's going to stay. So
Okay.
those things are positive. One thing that I did mention though is in terms of speed, and speed is
Yeah.
really important when we're talking about mobile, because people on mobile phones are very unforgiving relative to speed. And I can see that
Yeah.
we have some very large images here, and the large images take time to load. So we need to do some work in the next 30 days. I need to do some work to optimize, make the same beautiful images there, but make them a little bit less cumbersome to load. See if I can pick up this and the JavaScript I mentioned in the recording. We have Java throughout the website, which makes it attractive and interactive and all the things that really make it a beautiful website. However, we don't need to parse all the Java immediately when somebody arrives. We can have them arrive, and then we can parse the Java in sort of what we call a lazy load. So, I mean, this will pick up the speed when somebody arrives at the website if we just defer the parsing of the JavaScript, and I know exactly how to do that. So that's now on my list of priorities.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
And one note that I've made, you had indicated that you were right about December, you were going to be making a decision about if you're going to be bringing on additional people.
Yeah.
How's that going?
So yeah, has to happen soon. So if you know anyone, send them over.
Actually, I don't know a whole lot of people in Philadelphia.
Right. Yeah. So I'm trying to put the word out, and hopefully, we'll see if something happens. But eventually it will. It just it could be fast, it could be slow. We'll see. But yeah. So the people that are sharing an office suite with me are moving out in December 31st. So after January 1st, I have a lot more space that's not being used. So I have to basically, a lot of my extra energies will go into like trying to figure out, the hiring of people kind of process and that kind of stuff for a while. And then, eventually they'll figure, it'll all just smooth over. But I haven't really hired too many people so far in my life. So only a few. And this will be more of a full-time position. So yeah, anyway, so that's my new project, John, for the next couple months. But yeah, I might have to ask you guys to help me like add them to the website eventually and that kind of thing.
Well, that's the thing. And if there is any value in helping to convey, what we've been trying to do over time and what we expect to do and so forth, if you would like to share that with anybody who's become a critical part of the team, let me know. We can do a meeting like this and do a Q&A or answer any questions if you think that would help.
Yeah, and actually, if I end up getting like an office manager, I think having them talk to you and maybe they can look into some of the YEO stuff that you're talking. Well,
SEO.
But wasn't there there's a document that you sent me that started with a Y?
YOAST Yoast.
Yeah.
Bunch of guys in Oslo, Norway.
Right. So yeah, I mean, eventually I need to like figure out how that all works more carefully. If I have an office manager, then that can be like something that they do, and it'll take that off of my shoulders.
Well, not to mention, there's only one of you, and it's amazing you've done this much with only one of you. You've got to figure out a way to to delegate some of that. It's just the quality of life and your productivity and so forth. It's just not good to not have more than one of you.
Yeah, I agree. Good point.
Are you good for December 17th? That's the third.
Let me check.
Oh, wait a minute. December 19th is the third Thursday.
December 19th, I'll be out of town. Should we try do you want to try the 12th or do you want to try earlier? Let's try the 12th. Does that seem okay?
December 12th.
Yeah.
Okay, 12/12. That'll work. Same time.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Very good. We'll see you on 12/12, and I have a good. It's a T-7. It says 7 days till Turkey Day. So.
All right. I'm counting down the days, counting down the hours. Are you
All
staying in
right.
town, John? Are you cooking for?
We have a couple of projects. By the way, how does my voice sound?
You're fine. What's going on? Are you sick?
No. We've just we're entering into some projects that involve podcasts,
Oh, okay.
and so we're changing. I'm changing the. As you can see, I've got a little different kind of a microphone here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so if you have any interest in doing a podcast on a regular basis, so what we're going to be putting in place all of the technology to be able to do that very effectively from a streaming standpoint.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
So
Wow.
that's it. There's a 4,000% growth between
Yeah.
2018 and today in terms of podcasts. People just like to consume their information that way. So if you've got stuff instead of email newsletter, if you can put things together in a compelling audio form, that might be part of the future too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you guys are a resource for that. If I can find a second one of me, and then I can focus more on that kind of stuff. That sounds exciting, actually. Yeah, I think you're right. That just sounds like the wave of the future.
Okay.
So, thanks,
All
John.
right, Dr. Cashman, we'll see you on the 12th.
Okay. Have a good one. Happy Turkey
Bye-bye.
Day.